Hey friends, welcome to this week's 90-day fiance tarot predictions. This week I'm doing Ashley and Jay. Ashley and Jay, I'm rooting for them. I really am. I want these two to make it. And I'll talk about why. I feel like they have a really strong karmic soulmate connection. And I think they're in for some really intense experiences. But we'll see what the cards say. We'll see if my intuition is correct. I am going to pull a couple of cards to tell us what kind of person is Ashley, like personality-wise, maybe like off-camera. And guys, this is entertainment. I've never met Ashley. I don't know her. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not, this is just, we're having some fun here. Jay, what can we know about Jay? What kind of person is Jay, maybe outside of the show? Because I feel sometimes with the show, like they try to make these people out to be certain characters, but maybe not always that way. So if we look at Jay, Jay needs to be right about stuff. And Jay's the kind of person where he's not going to back down from an argument. And he's somebody who will shoot himself in the foot to make a point if he needs to. And this could be a really good quality, and it can make for a hard time. It can make for trouble. But, anytime I see Five of Swords come up, I just kind of feel like this is someone who doesn't hesitate to burn bridges. So he's not somebody who's going to be in a situation he doesn't want to be in, right? So if somebody's looking at him, he's just kind of like using her because he wants to come to America, this would be more of the personality of like, if I don't want to be here, I'm not going to be here. And if you're not treating me right, I'm not going to be here. He's not the kind of person who's like, gonna put himself in a situation because he feels desperate. So we would know that that's probably not a motivating factor for him. He's young, he's a good looking guy. So, he could have probably done it a lot of other ways. So like when I see Five of Swords, somebody's not gonna be in a situation they don't want to be in. Death. Major transition. Death card, people freak out when they see the death card because they think that maybe like it's like somebody's gonna die. No, not necessarily. It could just be complete and total change. And it could be something that comes with some sadness or a realization that things are never going to be the same again. So I feel like he's just in this whole position of like whatever happens in this relationship, even if he were to leave the relationship or even if he were to go back to Jamaica, he kind of feels like he can't go back to his own old life. So if he was going to do something else, he'd have to create some other way of doing things. So I said in the beginning, I feel like they have this karmic thing. And this to me really emphasizes that because it's major arcana. So it would be a soulmate situation. And this is a relationship that's like forever changing him. Maybe he doesn't feel like he needs to be in the right all the time. Maybe he's learning some balance right now. But let's see what we have with her, with Ashley and her personality. The Sun. So look. Major arcana. Major arcana. So she has good intentions towards him. This tells me that she's like really, really like in love with him. And that she feels like he's bringing out that playfulness in her. That he's bringing out joy in her. So she's seeing him as a light in her life. And she's trying to be a light in his life. And some of that might be very intense for him to process right now. Like, it just might be like, whoa, like I wasn't expecting something that heavy. Another thing, too, here is Nine of Pentacles. So she's very successful financially. This would say that she's a very successful person financially and that she's okay with being alone. She's by no means desperate for a relationship. And if anything, she keeps people at a distance. And that's something we see in the show, but I've always kind of like, I don't always like go by like what they show you and like the way they edit things because you don't know. But like this would definitely say that, there's truth in that aspect of the way that they present her, that she's somebody who's just successful and independent and she doesn't feel like she has to have somebody. But there's a playfulness, there's a light, there's a joy with him that she just feels really, really pulled towards and like wanting to be with him. So definitely we've got two major arcana cards here. This is definitely a karmic soulmate relationship. Maybe even complete and total opposites, right? One is very serious energy and one is very playful energy. and like being seen and coming out into the light and all of that. So let's see what the cards have to say about maybe what we can expect happening between the two of them. Or are they going to make it? Or are they going to make it? What are we going to see? What are we going to hear about in the future? Jay and Ashley. And karmic relationship, guys, they're intense. They're heaven and they're hell. And it's like somebody you love and it's somebody that you hate. I don't know if we'll see any of that on the show, but this is just my speculation of what their relationship may be like off camera. And they're both very proud people, and they're both very confident people, and they both have other places they could be and other people they could be with. But I really do feel like they both genuinely, just because of that soul connection, feel very drawn to one another. And they might put up with one another a lot of things they wouldn't put up with in other people. So let's see what happens here. What are the cards telling us about what's going to happen here between the two of them? All right. Look, guys, the Star, another major arcana card, definitely a soulmate relationship. The Star is about taking chaos and turning it into beauty, taking hardships and turning it into long-term success. So this tells me that this is a relationship where both of them are seriously looking at it like for the long haul. They're both like they want this to happen. They want this to work. They're taking this seriously, or they're feeling very inspired or very hopeful. They're feeling very hopeful and they're feeling very guided by intuition. With the Star card, this also makes me feel like both of them, not just her, him as well, have people telling them like, don't do this, don't be with this person, this isn't right for you. You don't have to do this, but they're both feeling very drawn. Like this is, I can't really explain why, but this is what I feel is like in the best interest for me to do. Outcome here is Page of Pentacles. So I feel like, again, we talked about the whole soulmate thing, right? And Page of Pentacles obviously can be money cards, but don't sit here and say, oh, that proves he's a gold digger or he's with her for money. No. I feel like when the cards come up in love readings, the money cards, a lot of the times it's just saying it's about energy and investing energy and investing time. And I think both of them are very used to having these disposable partners. I feel they're both very used to, like, you know, I have it together and I'm hot and I can have anybody I want. And if you don't want it, you can take a hike. I think both of them have had that attitude in the past. Like, I will find another one. I don't even care, right? But I feel they're both in this situation where for the first time, they really care. Like, they feel like if I lose this person, I'm going to have a very hard time. If I lose this person, I'm going to miss them. I'm not going to find another one. So they're both learning to invest energy better, okay? I think they're both learning, like, to give more energetically, and they're both learning to value a person in a relationship in a different way where they haven't done before. The challenges they're going to be facing, Queen of Cups. So this is like committed energy. This is the wife. This is the mother. I do know she has kids, and maybe the whole kid thing is going to be a challenge because maybe the two of them have a really good dynamic, but maybe the kids coming in are going to be a little challenging or be something difficult. Or it could be something about children. Maybe he's going to want kids, and maybe she feels like, look, I've already popped out a few and I'm done. Or vice versa. Maybe he says, hey, I'm young, I still want to have, you know, or she wants to have kids and he says, no, I don't want to have kids. It could be something having to do with children. It could be a mother influencing the relationship. It could be her mom getting involved if her mom's still around, or his mom getting involved if his mom is around. I think he said his mom is in the States, so maybe he's wanting to move to be closer to his mom because one of the things we've already seen on the show, he feels super uncomfortable where she's living because it's like a really, really not a very welcoming town, and I guess he's the only African American there, and they're getting a lot of looks from people and stuff. So maybe he wants to relocate, and maybe he feels like, hey, as long as we're relocating, let's go be near my mom because I miss her. I haven't seen her in a long time or whatever. Like, let's go live and be close to her. So maybe it could be something like that that's creating an issue. But that might be a challenge in the relationship. It's a general reading. I don't know these people. I've never met them. I've never sat down with them. So I'm not exactly going to know everything that's happening in their life, but that's a few ways that it could maybe apply. So what's coming in to help them is Ten of Swords. And I know we see this card and we go, how in the hell can that be a card that's helping anybody? Like, that looks like such a scary card. Like, she's laying down 10 swords in her. But for me, Ten of Swords is you're ending an addiction or you're ending a cycle. So if either one of them was like addicted to drama in a relationship, it could be the end of that. It's like you're killing some kind of a beast. It could be like, you know, if he was a womanizer, or if he was like addicted to being with all these different women, it could be him killing that, you know, that old cycle or something. So to me, Ten of Swords means that they're both willing to end stuff. And we saw that last week in the show with her friend who was causing drama about how I heard you saying that, you know, you cheated on her and this and this and that. And she was like, look, you know what? You can't be in the wedding. You can't be my friend because I don't need this drama. So I feel they're both maybe in that energy where they're like, we're both going to put each other first. And anything that's hurting the relationship, they're willing to give it up for the sake of the relationship. And although, guys, I feel like that friend, I think she's 100% convinced that Jay was cheating. And I think she 100% really wants to, like, you know, her friend not to be with him because she's convinced that, like, he was cheating and that he wasn't being loyal. So to her, she feels like it doesn't matter if I say this, even if I didn't hear it, because I know it's true. Like, so she's justifying in her head that it's not a lie. She's justifying in her head that this really happened, or that it's okay for me to say it really happened because I know that it did happen. And, you know, guys, he's young and it probably did happen. But, you know, the whole thing is that, like, they had their agreement and she already told her friend, we had the agreement and I don't care what he does in Jamaica and like whatever. Like, that was already made clear. So the friend was being possessive and the friend was definitely overstepping her boundaries. But I just intuitively, I could be wrong, I'm not judging the girl, but I just feel that that didn't happen. I don't think she ever heard Jay say that. I think she just said it because she was like, I know he's doing it, so, you know, why not say it? Because then maybe my friend will believe me. And then I won't lose my friend. I'll get to hold on to my friend. I think that was the I can't even remember her name, but I think that was her thinking. Outcome here is Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles, guys, again, it's a money card. But for me, I associate Queen of Pentacles with the home and having a very comfortable home life, having a very established home life. So I feel like whatever agreement they have, it's going to work. It really is. And intuitively, I feel that at some point, especially the longer they're together, they may be together and they may decide to stay together, but they might at some point be like, don't ask, don't tell. Because Queen of Pentacles can also be like a business transaction. And that's one of the things that I think is happening in this relationship, because it's a soulmate relationship to help them expand and to help them grow. I think she's getting into the mindset that, like, love is a big thing and love is so broad that she might feel like she's not going to hold on to him so tightly, or she's not going to, like, be monitoring him or surveying him. Like, he, you know, he's coming home and they're together and they have their life and they're comfortable. So it may change. Like, I don't want to say open relationship, but it might just get to a point where she's looking at love in a very different way, but she's happy and he's happy and they're making a very stable and comfortable home together. I don't know. I think they've got a chance. I really do. I think when it gets to the point down the road where they're tempted to get a divorce or they're tempted to break up, because many relationships go through that, that might be when they open it up a little bit. That might be when the don't ask, don't tell comes in. But I really do feel like they're going to stay together. I really, really do. I hope so. I like them. I like both of them. But they have a really big karmic connection, in my opinion. All right, guys, let me know. Comment. Let me know what couple you want me to do next. Let me know what you think of the show. I started doing this and you guys seem to be into it, so I'll keep doing it. And then at some point I'll do a Where Are They Now with some of the other stars. I do want to do one on Anfisa soon. Subscribe, hit notification if you haven't already, and you'll get the other videos that are up. And don't forget to check out the weekly forecasts for the zodiac signs, guys. I do videos not just for 90 Day Fiance. I do private readings and I do readings for each sign each week. So watch those on the channel too, my friends. Take care.